For nearly 90 years, a member of the Murdaugh family controlled the prosecutor's office in South Carolina's Low Country. They were lawyers, they were power, they were untouchable. Until the night of June 7, 2021, when everything collapsed. Alex Murdaugh called police at 10:06 p.m. He said he had come home to find his wife Maggie and his 22-year-old son Paul shot dead near the dog kennels on their sprawling estate called Moselle. He was hysterical, devastated, a grieving husband and father. America watched and felt for him. But investigators felt something else. Something was off. Alex Murdaugh came from one of the most powerful legal dynasties in South Carolina history. His great-grandfather, grandfather, and father had each served as the chief prosecutor for the same five-county region, a combined reign of nearly 90 years. Alex himself was a partner at the family law firm, wealthy, connected, respected. But behind that perfect facade, something had been rotting for years. For over 2 decades, Alex Murdaugh had been stealing. From his clients, from vulnerable people who trusted him with their money after accidents and tragedies. From his own law firm, he had stolen millions, and he had become addicted to opioids, spending enormous amounts of money feeding a habit nobody knew about. By the summer of 2021, everything was about to unravel. Colleagues were starting to ask questions. The financial crimes were days away from being discovered. And then Maggie and Paul were shot dead. Prosecutors believed the motive was calculated and cold. Kill his wife and son, generate sympathy, buy himself time. But the plan, if it was a plan, fell apart almost immediately. Investigators placed Alex at the scene through cell phone data. A video on Paul's phone, recorded just minutes before the shootings, captured Alex's voice at the kennels. He had told police he wasn't there. He had lied. When confronted with the video evidence, Alex admitted he had lied about his alibi. He said his drug addiction made him paranoid and distrustful of investigators.
But he insisted, and still insists, that he did not kill his wife and son.
The investigation that followed was unlike anything South Carolina had ever seen. Dozens of financial crime charges, a web of fraud stretching back decades, a bizarre plot in which Alex allegedly paid a man to shoot him, so his surviving son Buster could collect $10 million in life insurance. The man shot Alex in the head in September 2021. Alex survived, the scheme unraveled, the charges kept coming. In January 2023, the murder trial began. 6 weeks of testimony, financial records, cell phone data, DNA evidence.
Alex took the stand and denied killing Maggie and Paul.
The jury deliberated for just 3 hours. They found him guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. But the story wasn't over. During the trial, the court clerk, a woman named Becky Hill, had been doing something she was never supposed to do. She told jurors to watch Alex's body language. She told them not to be confused by his defense. She urged them toward a guilty verdict before they had even begun to deliberate. She then wrote a book about the trial. She made money from a case she had corrupted. In May 2025, she was charged with perjury, obstruction of justice, and misconduct. In December 2025, she pleaded guilty. She was sentenced to probation. And on 13th of May 2026, the South Carolina Supreme Court ruled unanimously. Alex Murdaugh's murder convictions were overturned. The court called Becky Hill's conduct shocking, disgraceful, and unprecedented. They said she had placed her fingers on the scales of justice. A new trial has been ordered. Alex Murdaugh remains in prison, serving a 40-year sentence for his financial crimes. But the murder charges against him now have to be proven all over again, in a courtroom, before a new jury, without the corrupt clerk. Without the excessive financial crime evidence the Supreme Court said went too far. The man who prosecutors say killed his own wife and son gets another chance. Was he guilty? Was the jury right to convict him? Or did a corrupt court clerk rob him of a fair trial? The answer to those questions will now be decided all over again. Follow Zentova for more untold true crime stories.